3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Coat Closet. I'm Landon Roberts.
And I'm Christian Robinson.
And today we're going to be talking about... what?
First of all, we should probably announce our Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
We made a Twitter at the Coat Closet, just straight up. So feel free to follow us there. We'll be very interactive with you guys if you choose to interact with us because we don't have that many listeners and we don't have that much to do. So.
That's true. We don't really have that many friends either.
Yeah, so we kind of just spend all of our time on the internet.
Yeah, all we do, we get all of our satisfaction from our internet viewers, and right now we have no satisfaction because you guys haven't been stroking our ego enough, and we really need that ego stroke.
You haven't been stroking our ego
stroking it enough.
So I feel like it's been way blown out of proportion, my idea for this episode, okay? I feel like people have gone to you and been like, oh, and they've asked me, and they've been like, and I feel like it's got way blown out of proportion, but I did have an idea. I want to talk about how we can expand our brand.
Expand our brand? First, we have to figure out what our brand is.
Our brand is shitty.
Ah, yes.
Exclusively.
So if we want to expand our shitty brand, we have to be more shitty.
Yeah,
so
just like
lower quality. We have to start using like the Nokia smartphone camera to record our video, and then like for the audio we just take like, you know, when we were like in
journalism.
That's the mic we're going to use from here on out.
I think that would be great. Yeah.
Because if we really want that shitty, authentic quality, that's what we need. Or we could get one of those, like, fucking... those mics you can get from, like, JCPenney or, like, Walmart.
JCPenney?
Yeah, you know those little ones that plug into your phone, and they're, like, the little microphones?
Oh, the ones that are really small? And you're like, what do you... And you, like, give them to dogs and stuff on TikTok? Yeah, okay.
And we both have one of those. And I feel like that's how shitty of quality we can get.
We both have one of those. We share one, not even individual ones.
Or we get 4. We put one over this year, one over this year, and then it's like 4D audio. You know what I mean?
It looks like a beer helmet. Yeah. We're just like fucking talking to it. And I think that I think it's time that we I was thinking about this earlier. I think it's time that we invest in one of those planes that goes across with the podcast. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because
so
I just feel like that would be $1 million idea.
So like a banner. Do we want to get a banner, or do we want to spend a little bit more money and get the ones that like spell right in the sky?
I think we need a banner. I don't think that we can afford the fighter pilot that can do the words.
But see, if we get our first sponsor, I feel like that should be where all of our money goes with our first sponsor.
We just immediately pay for a local plane.
But we don't even have it fly over, like, Virginia. We have it fly over the most, like, low population area in the United States.
It's like something weird. It's like Moccasin, Montana or something like that. We're like, that's where we're going. That's where we're going.
Because that attributes to the shitty quality that we are going for here at the Coat Closet.
The plane is like smoking.
Yes.
It's not like smoky and shitty, just like little water plane thing.
It's like almost on fire the entire time.
The banner is on fire and like it shortens as it goes along. So they're like, what's the code?
Yeah. So when the plane takes off, you take a little lighter to the back of the banner. And then he has to get it done before it completely burns.
Yeah, and if he does it, it goes straight into the fuel line.
Yeah, it goes straight into the fuel line. Or we get a refund. I like this idea. I think...
Anyway, if anybody's looking to sponsor us,
hey, that's our plan. We have Raid Shadow Legend at our disposal at any point.
Raid Shadow Legends was in our DMs before we started the podcast.
Yeah, they were like, please. Please, we're the first rated M for mature app.
Are they really?
Yeah. Every time you see a commercial on, like, anything. Raid Shadow Legends is everywhere. Mm-hmm. We can't talk any shit about them, though. We have to be really respectful.
No, we can't. I play Raid Shadow Legends every day.
I do, too. My skeleton guy so strong.
The level is high as it gets.
It's the highest skeleton you can get in Raid Shadow Legends because I put over 70 hours into this game. You hear me? 70. So,
how much money do you think it would take us to get Ryan Reynolds to do an ad for us?
does Ryan Reynolds have a cameo?
Probably not. People that famous don't really have cameos.
Okay, so new plan. We start
a cameo.
we start a cameo to fund our business, or we start buying cameos from really famous people that to like make them endorse us.
Yeah.
And we just post it all over our social media.
That actually is a pretty good idea for expansion. I can't lie to you.
You just crop out like the little cameo thing. Yeah. I think it's a brilliant idea.
I think so as well. I think that we should get Stone Cold Steve Austin, right?
Uh-huh.
I think we should get him to do a cameo ad.
Yeah.
That's it. I just think that we should get him to be one of the people there because it'd be so funny.
So for Stone Cold Steve Austin's cameo, I think what we need to do is we need to write in the message like, hey, we need you to do a shotgun of beer and be like, hey, Christian and Landon, I'll be shotgunning one of these with you boys on the next episode. Can't wait to be there.
And then he just never comes in.
He never comes.
We never explain it.
So then we post that, and then everybody's like, holy shit, they're getting Stone Cold Steve Austin. But then on the next episode, we don't even bring it up.
We don't even mention it.
But
speaking of things that we have to mention,
an
real
apology.
Quick, we have a sincere apology to make to one Charles Brown, and I feel like this one's on me because I said on last week's episode that Charles Brown was not philanthropic, and I don't mean that. Charles, borderline saint.
Yes.
And I apologize that I ever questioned that.
But don't you think he could be a little more saint-like? You know what I mean? Isn't his dad a pastor?
His dad does work in the church.
Yeah, so if your dad's working in the church, I feel like it could just be a little more saint-like. You know what I mean?
I think Charles Brown needs to stop beating his meat for God.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to disrespect your religion. I know we also need to apologize for me saying Jesus Christ is a bottom. He took a lot of offense to that.
We said that on the podcast.
Yes, we said that last episode. So, yeah, Charles, we apologize for saying you're not philanthropic. We apologize for saying Jesus Christ is a bottom.
We're sorry for saying that you're not funny. But you got to stop jerking your dick, bro.
Yeah. We understand that you love God and God loves you and so on and so forth. But, like, there's better ways to show it than beating your meat. It's just, I feel like it's kind of disrespectful, you know what I mean? I know God gave you it and like you want to use it, but there's better ways to go about it. Just have a little heart to heart with him.
Use your dick for good and not evil.
That's what my mom told me as soon as I came out of the womb.
That's what Spider-Man's uncle told him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, dick good.
Word.
He was like, yes, Uncle Ben, and then Uncle Ben just died.
Let's okay, so I'm gonna go real out the box with this expansion idea, right? Let's kill a man on camera and then force him.
After he's dead, we're gonna force him to do something?
No. As he's dying, we're gonna force him to endorse the Coat Closet, and then we're gonna be like, this man's dying wish was for you to watch the Coat Closet podcast.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I like the idea. I do like the idea. But my biggest problem with this is we're kind of entering the terrorist territory.
Yeah, that is true.
And it's just like, I feel like the first, 10 episodes, we shouldn't be entering the terrorist territory, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we gotta wait till, week 11, 12.
Yeah. Maybe week 20. Because we have to establish,
when we have 100 million listeners.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we amass a small army.
That's the expansion plan right there.
Do you think we could get big enough to create our own nation state?
How many, is there like a determined amount of people? It's like you need 12 people. I mean, because we have 12 people.
We do have 12 people. We actually have 30 people.
Shout out to our 30 listeners.
It's true. 30 on Spotify and then like 1 on RSS.
The one guy on RSS, shout out you, bro.
We like you a lot. I don't know what your name is. I don't even know if you're a dude. So just hit us up on our Twitter.
On Twitter, yeah, let us know.
That's what I'm excited for.
Me too.
Just to get like reviews.
I want people to tell us how shitty our podcast is.
Yeah, because then we can like verify our brand of being shitty.
Yeah.
See, that's what they don't understand. It's very like backwards way of thinking. they are going to be like, they're going to be attacking us saying like we have shitty mic quality or like shitty this, shitty that.
Jesus wasn't a bottom.
Jesus wasn't a bottom. But guess what? In our hearts of hearts, we know we have shitty quality. We know we're shitty people. We know Jesus is a bottom. And that's all that matters. You know what I mean? So, come for us. Write the worst review you can. That should be our goal, honestly.
Is to have the worst
reviews
podcast on the internet.
Yeah. It's a very mad villain situation. Like, we're the villain of the podcast.
Yeah, this is our MF Doom tribute, is to be as shitty as possible. Which sounds bad.
Oh, Siri wants to join the conversation.
Siri said, I have big plans.
Oh, yeah. Should we talk about Doom?
Yeah. Rest in peace, MF Doom.
It really sucks. It really does. I think it's just... It's one of those situations where I feel like this year we lost a lot of, like, great people with no kind of, like, forewarning kind of thing. It just happened out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, you had Chadwick Boseman, you had Kobe Bryant, you had MF Doom.
Alex Trebek.
Well, Alex Trebek, we knew that he had cancer, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's just like, it comes out of nowhere, and it's just like, MF Doom kind of like, he didn't change the game, but he was the kind of like forefather for a lot of like underground hip-hop, do you know what I mean?
He's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Exactly.
It's tough.
And it's just like, I feel like there's going to be, even though he doesn't release music that often, there was a point in time where he released a lot of music regularly.
Dude,
kind of thing.
I'm sure he has like thousands of songs, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And I honestly hope that there isn't a posthumous album.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's the Doom way to do it. You know what I mean?
I think they'll probably, like, I'm sure he'll have some features somewhere. I think there's one artist, I can't remember who, but I think he said he had an MF Doom feature on his next album. So I'm assuming that people are just going to, like, have features and maybe release those. Because I feel like releasing features after you're dead is some MF Doom shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just sick.
And we talked about a couple days ago where it would be so sick if Marvel, like, released, like, a What If.
I just want, like, a one-off comic where Dr. Doom... bro, we talked about the Fantastic Four fighting MF Doom.
Yeah.
What if MF Doom fought Doom, like Dr. Doom?
Oh, shit.
That would be so
What
cool.
if in, like, Marvel vs. Capcom, they added MF
Doom? Like,
you know how sick that would be?
I don't even need, like, a separate character, but just, like, a Dr. Doom, but, like, with a costume that's just, like, a black man in a mask that's kind of...
And then you have...
so sick.
He has, like, that giant, like, green jumpsuit that he wears.
Yeah.
Like, in that one video, all caps.
The all caps video? Yeah.
That would be so tough.
Sick. Yeah.
Because,
Marvel, we'll write it.
Honestly.
We'll write it. We'll write it right now. We're kind of writing it.
We're writing it as we speak. We have two ideas. He fights Doom. MF Doom fights Doom. Or it's a what-if scenario where Dumil, or I forget how you pronounce his name, but he gets into the craft with the Fantastic Four instead of Victor.
And then
he becomes Doom. It would be sick.
It'd be so sick.
And instead of fucking shit up in like Latvia or whatever Doom does, you have MF Doom just sitting in his living room drinking beer.
And rapping. It
would be so cool. It's just like, the comic is the Fantastic Four kind of has to check up on him every now and again just to see if he's doing all right. Because they're like, hey man, you've been like sitting in your living room for a while just drinking like beer. Your mask is getting rusty. And he's like, There's only one beer left.
Or, like, hear me out. What if, like, one day Dr. Doom wakes up and he's MF Doom? Or, like, MF Doom essentially wakes up in Dr. Doom's body.
It's like a Freaky Friday situation.
Yeah, and then he has to convince the Fantastic Four that he's not the right guy, and that they have to go get MF Doom. It'd be like Face Off, bro. This is the second Face Off reference in the 5 episodes of the podcast, and I don't think I've seen that movie in like 15 years. But anyway, yeah, so they have to, like, he has to convince them that he's Dr. Doom, who is MF Doom, is the good Doom. And they have to go get MF Doom, who's actually Dr. Doom, and he's doing dastardly shit.
Oh, shit.
And they have to go get him.
In MF Doom's body.
Yeah.
Damn.
That might be the best one, bro. That should go crazy.
Watch, like, 5 years from now or, like, 2 years from now. They release this comic. They don't even, like, contact us. They steal our entire idea.
They steal all 3 of them, bro.
That's how we get the publicity that we need to build our brand. You know what I mean?
We make a comic book?
Oh, no, we have somebody steal our idea, and then we file a lawsuit against them.
Yep.
And then be like, hey, we have audio proof and video proof of us talking about this.
Yeah, we don't even want money compensation. That's part of the expansion, is just having a beef with Marvel and Disney. Imagine if we could beef with Disney, bro. That's how I know we've made it.
2 small dudes take on a huge corporation.
That's what MF Doom would want.
It's true. It's true.
MF Doom was down with corporations.
It's true. MF Doom actually wrote the Communist Manifesto. Did you know that? A lot of people say it's Karl Marx, but...
Carl Doom, bro. MF Marx.
I like to imagine Karl Marx with the Doom mask. It's just like, the beard is just like bursting out of it.
He's just like listening to MF Doom while he writes. He's like,
Jesus Christ. But yeah, R.I.P. Long live Doom. I feel like there's not a lot of words, like there's not a lot you can say about Doom because he was kind of an enigma kind of thing.
He's a weird dude.
But like, you can't take away like the contributions that he like gave to music and art as a whole. Because like what he did was just crazy. It's like, you're gonna have an artist that never like shows their face. Now that's like a thing that happens all the time. Like you have, like we were talking yesterday, like Daft Punk, Marshmello, Gorillaz, things like that, where you have these artists that are kind of secret, even though you kind of know who they are. But like MF Doom kind of like started that whole trend, and then the whole comic book thing is just like so cool. We were talking about that the other day as well. Just like how most of his songs just like sample old like cartoons, like old superhero cartoons. Yeah.
Well, and I think that like we were talking about how like we need to know our brand and that our brand is shitty, but like MF Doom knew his brand immediately, and then like never really deviated from his brand. Like even as his music changed, he was always even his different personas.
Yeah, he had like 8 different personas.
He was always Doom. You know what I mean?
Even if like he was under like Victor Vaughn or like King Ghidorah or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Even if he was under those, you still had that kind of that rawness that MF Doom had, but it was just like a slightly different style or a slightly different production. And it's just like he knew how to stick in his lane and how to kind of like expand in his lane. Yeah. And that's why the expansion must start now.
Okay, let me hit you with a new idea that I'm going to make up right here on the spot, okay?
Okay.
Let's make a movie, right? But the movie is... how do I express this?
Takes place in this closet.
The whole film takes place in the closet. That's exactly what I was going to say. But it has nothing to do with the podcast.
Okay.
And it's just a movie, like a 5-hour film.
So it's a very much kind of like what's that movie with what's his name? The Phone Booth or something like that.
Oh yeah, with Colin Farrell.
Yeah, where he's stuck in the phone booth.
Yeah, something along those lines. You ever seen ATM? There's a movie called ATM.
Oh, isn't that with Josh Peck?
Yeah. The same concept. But
and then there's the one with Ryan Reynolds where he's stuck in the casket.
Yeah, Buried.
Buried.
Oscar-winning film.
Is it actually?
Buried. I don't fucking know. Probably not. But yeah, like, we just put cameras, like, at every angle, and then we shoot it in, like, all these weird angles, but it's the same room. And it's like a Casablanca-ass film. Like...
It's like an epic.
Yeah. Major stakes, different characters.
Oh, shit.
But they just, like, swap in and out. But the whole thing...
takes place in here.
And it's just to promote the Coke Closet.
At the end of the credits, it's like, please listen to the Coke Closet.
Not even at the end of the credits, bro. That's how the movie ends, is they watch an episode of the Coke Closet, and then there's, like, a zoom out, but it can only zoom but so far, and then the movie ends.
Like, can you imagine that zoom out shot? It's just, like, right here. And then, like, by the end of it, you see, like, maybe, like, one side of the back of their head and maybe, like, an ear kind of thing.
It, like, goes back between the coats and, like, it kind of be cool. What's the most ridiculous idea for expansion that you can have?
The most ridiculous idea for... Well, I feel like you've already had some pretty ridiculous ideas. You've already resorted to terrorism.
Yeah, that was the whole point. This was my major idea the whole time.
So we've tackled terrorism. We have defeated terrorism. We've tackled blowing up a plane if they don't get our message across, which is
Also
another terrorist act.
Welcome to the Coke Closet.
We have making a movie within the closet that ends with them watching the Coke Closet and all their problems being solved.
Pretty meta.
That's pretty meta. So I feel like the only place to go from this point is create our own theme park.
That is a fantastic idea. What would our theme park be like?
Well, first off, if we're trying to keep our shitty brand going,
everything's broken.
Everything's broken. So so we don't even have to build the full rides. You know what I mean?
It'll be like Thrillville Off the Rails. You ever play that one? That's a sequel.
We talked about that in our first episode.
We're going back, bro. We're not interesting. We have to go back to the same thing. But we'll just build roller coasters that end, and you think parachutes are cheaper than finishing a roller coaster? Because you got to give everybody parachutes so when they fall out, they can just...
See, but do they need the parachutes? Because I feel like that would give us more publicity if they didn't have parachutes and they got seriously injured.
That is true. Yeah, I like the way that you're thinking, yeah.
Because, we're saving money on the parachutes and the park as a whole. So we can kind of, spend that money to up our shitty quality kind of thing.
When people come into the park, we get them to, sign waivers so that we don't have to pay for anything.
Exactly. It's like that adventure park or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
But ours is going to be even more shitty.
And dangerous.
Yeah, as soon as you walk in, those little turnstiles, we just, put razor blades on it.
You know how, I think we talked about this at one point. You know how, people go to theme parks and they're like, ooh, somebody died here?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if they were people die here every day. You know what I mean? Imagine the clout we would get if they were
Imagine if people walked into our apartment and they were like, Christian and Landon, they have 7 dead bodies in that closet.
I'm in at the theme park, bro.
Oh, I'm thinking more small scale. Yeah, you're right. What if we came up with this idea that we built the foundations of the theme park on all of the bodies of the testers of the rules?
Jesus Christ, bro.
I feel like not we, but me. I'm kind of mixing our shitty brand with just psychopathic tendencies.
Yeah.
I don't know where shit starts and psychopath begins.
Yeah, I definitely think that there's a gray area, and that gray area is terrorism.
So you have psychopath, shit, and then terrorist.
Yep.
It's the Holy Trinity. God, we're going to have to apologize for that, aren't we?
This is such a sacrilegious podcast, man. If God's watching, he's going to be so pissed.
Yeah. Imagine we die, we get to whatever afterlife there is, and they're like, hey, you have to watch every episode and you have to figure out what you said wrong and give us a whole list of everything you did wrong.
Jesus Christ, we only have 5 episodes. It'd take us an eternity. What if we died on our own roller coaster?
Yes.
And then went to heaven and God was like, hey man, I like your podcast.
He's like, hey, you know that one listener on RSS? That was me. I would probably shit my pants. I'd be like, thank you, God. Why didn't you help us out more, you piece of shit?
Yeah, why do we only have 30 listeners?
If you like our podcast so much, why can't you tell like your buddies like, oh, I just got a message on Bumble? Why can't you tell your buddies like Satan and like Jesus too? Like Jesus is up there, right? Did Jesus go to heaven?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The whole Jesus is God, but he's also God's son thing always trips me up. I don't really get it. I don't really understand it.
That means
If you follow us on Twitter and you understand it a little bit better, DM us an entire explanation
of like the Holy Trinity. Because I went to Catholic school for like
Holy Spirit.
10 years. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
I'm just not like a huge understander of that concept.
See, I guess I get it because like my dad is Landon, but I'm also Landon. My dad's dad is Landon as well.
So like
it's a holy.
So God is Jesus Christ, and then Jesus Christ is Jesus Christ Jr.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
See, I feel like that's what they forgot to add within the Bible. Whereas, like, Jesus Christ came down, but they forgot to add the junior. You know what I mean?
And they just fucked it up, and they were like, can't go back now. It's written in fucking...
They meant to write was, like, Jesus Christ. So then, like, if you abbreviate it, it's just junior. You know what I mean?
What? Oh.
Please clap.
Yeah. We need that soundboard.
But, yeah. So, God will be our fan. Jesus Christ doesn't listen to our podcast because we called him a bottom.
What if he is?
What if he is a bottom?
Like what if he is a fan of our podcast and he was like, hey,
he
good call.
Quit.
Oh,
yeah.
Good call.
I feel like me calling Jesus Christ a bottom like insinuates that he is a homosexual as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because and I feel like that's kind of offensive to like the Catholic Church, but kind of Catholic Church.
I think it's homophobic to think that Jesus couldn't have been a bottom. What's wrong with Jesus being a bottom?
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody was gay back in the day, bro. It's just how it worked.
Like the Spartans.
All
gay.
Kissing.
They literally used to go into battle with their slongs. Just.
There's nothing gay about that. That's how a man's supposed to fight.
If you're not sword fighting with your penises, don't talk to me.
Imagine if every war was just fought through like sword fighting with your dicks, and whoever like taps out first.
Whoever gets flaccid first loses.
Oh damn! I'd win that.
That's one of the rides at our amusement park.
It's like one of those things with like the two pillars where you have like the big sticks and you like.
But
fight.
they're really like they're kind of like more closer together and like
dongs.
Yeah. We have like fluffers on standby to get like people like aroused.
Just like while you're in line, they just like tickle your balls with like a feather duster.
And they're like, all right, you're ready. And then you go up there. But like we have to like test for Viagra before they go up there. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's interesting. So there's no PEDs.
Yeah, exactly. That's all. See, we're not gonna be pussies like the NFL and NBA. We're gonna have our own separate league where it's just like super sword fighting, where it's like you have them take Viagra. Yeah.
Just like crush it up, snort Viagra, and then go out there and just fucking go at it.
And then that's what we have to do. We have to get sword fighting into the Olympics.
That is the expansion.
What is the female equivalent of sword fighting?
Cooch wrestling? That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Take the coochie lips.
You can do like a titty slap.
Okay, so like you have sword fighting as like the male Olympic part, and then for the female side you have titty slap. Like that? No, I don't think it's like with your hand. I think it's just.
Oh, it's literally titty on titty.
Yeah, it's titty on titty.
But there's no like Viagra equivalent. So like, how do you determine when it's over?
Well, so I feel like the Viagra equivalent is like when girls are like like they're about to be on their period, their like boobs get more like sensitive kind of thing.
That is true, yeah.
So we have to make sure we schedule it so it's like right before their period kind of thing. So they're like more, This sounds really like misogynistic now that I'm saying it like out loud.
I see where you're coming from. I'm not gonna agree with you for my own safety and personal.
See, this isn't a sexual thing.
No, not even.
It's not a. I'm just trying to figure out how we could get more Olympic Games.
Think about it like this, bro. Like, baseball has a season.
Yeah.
Titty slapping just has a season, but it's different for every girl.
Exactly. So, like, if you want, like, rec league titty slapping
is year round?
Yeah, rec league titty slapping is, like, year round.
Is there, like, a coach? Like, is there, like, rounds and stuff, and then, like, you go back to the coach, and he's, like, rubbing your neck and, like a boxer?
Yeah,
like, you're the champ out there, kid.
He's like, oh, make sure that you put on your push-ups after this.
I feel like a nice little boob massage when we're done.
I just figured it out. I feel like we've been thinking about this wrong the entire time. So we were thinking about, like, before they, like, are on their period. But what if, like, the Viagra League equivalent to this is just people with implants?
Oh, so it's just people with implants?
Yeah, it's like the Super League. Do you know what I mean?
That's the elite level?
Yeah, it's not the elite level. It's just, like, its own thing where it's, like, it's a little bit more entertaining because, like, there's, like, a bunch of different, like, augmentations you can do kind of thing.
It'd be like a baseball league where they have to take steroids.
Yeah, exactly. Or, like, a sword fighting league where they have to take Viagra.
Okay, yeah. No, I dig that idea, actually. I think that's a great idea.
Because then it can still be, like, a year-round thing.
I wanna get to the point where we are commissioners of the Olympics.
You want us to be the commissioners of the Olympics?
Yeah, I want to get to the point where they induct us into their, like, core. I don't really know how the Olympics work, but I'm sure that there's, like, a god of the Olympics or, like, a father figure.
His name is Zeus. Yes.
No, but, like, we become, like, the figureheads of the Olympics because we create this, like, we create these games.
They're like, hey, our viewership was down before you guys decided to have the Viagra sword fights and the breast implant titty slapping.
Slappers, yeah.
And then they're like, our viewership went up exponentially. And we're like, you're welcome.
I feel like everybody in the entire world would tune into the Olympics if you could see two rock-hard men just going at it. I don't even think that's gay.
Should we have, like, weight classes for, like, different dick sizes?
It's micro league.
Yeah, so micro league is a little bit more like...
That's where we go.
Yeah, so we'll be, like, the demonstrators. Like, when we pitch this to the Olympics, we'll be like, so this is an example of what the micro league would be like.
Do we have to fight?
I don't know. Is that a sacrifice you're willing to make for success?
For success? How much would you pay? To have it all.
I don't think we would have to fight. We would just have to show them, like, a diagram of the rules.
Yeah.
But then if they do ask us, they're like, can you give us an example?
We challenge
them. We'll be like, hey, what you hanging? Like 2 to 4 inches, 4 to 6. We have to know what league to put you in, kind of.
Like 8 to 10. Jesus Christ.
All right, so we don't have anybody in this room that is also 8 to 10, so you're out. Sorry, bud.
We don't even have anybody in this room that's 4 to 5.
Yeah, so that's our plan. If that's how we get to the top of the Olympics, you think?
Yeah, that's how we make our way up. Because, like, imagine if we come with this revolutionary idea, and then they accept it, they get tons more viewers, and then they're like, these kids, they just got it. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. See, but I feel they're like,
if there's one thing, we know what we're doing.
We know what we're doing.
We know what we're doing.
So, once we get them into the Olympics, our biggest problem is going to be syndication. Because I feel like in, like, London or the former, like, United Kingdom kind of thing, you would have these kind of they're more open to, like, showing penises.
Yep.
And titties,
like
if you will.
Back in, like, the original Olympics days, they were doing everything butt-ass naked out there.
Yeah.
Shock put, dick out.
It's like it's cooler if you're doing shot put with your dick out, because when you're like spinning around,
helicopters.
It's like,
you ever just do that? Like when you were a kid or something, you just like grabbed it and you were like, "This thing's fucking kind of cool."
It's like nunchucks.
Throwing it behind your back and shit.
Yeah. Where was my train of thought? I just got distracted by nunchuck penises.
I'm
there
sorry,
for a
man.
second.
My dick stole my dick stole your thoughts.
So, vindication for America, because I feel like America's not really that open to kind of like broadcasting like penises and titties.
I see where you're coming from. We could be the one that
like opens it up.
Yeah.
We kind of like we gape the asshole of America.
America, we want to get you comfortable with our dicks. That would be like the tagline for the American Olympics.
Olympics 2028.
Yep.
Get comfortable with your dicks and boobs? Question mark.
Yeah, just for safety.
And vaginas.
Just get comfortable with your bodies, man.
No, I think we have to be more specific.
Get comfortable with our bodies, man.
See, if I've learned anything, sex sells.
Sex does sell, and if there's one thing that we got, it's sex. Please clap.
I just start bawling. So yeah, that's one place we can go. I think that's our best idea we've had so far for like expanding our shitty like network.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I think it's the most probable. Terrorism is probable, but is it necessarily good? It depends on the context. One man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. You know what I mean?
That is true. That is true. So if okay, this is gonna sound fucked up, but not compared to terrorism. I think that we get pigeons, right?
Mm-hmm.
We get like carrier pigeons,
mm-hmm.
and we give them a message about the coat closet.
Yes.
But we put it in, like, we make them eat the, like, banner thing, and then we give them rice in public, and they explode, and then, like, a whole little thing comes out, and it's like, the coat closet, and everybody's like...
See, I feel like the whole rice portion of that, good idea. I'm not going to say it's a bad idea, but wouldn't it be a lot cooler if, like, you're just walking down the street one day, and a bird just shits on you, and you look on your, like, shoulder, and you're like, what is this banner? And you open it up, and it's like, listen to the coat closet.
That would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, that would be pretty sick. I can't argue that.
I feel like advertising has gotten very stale. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. What if, so hear me out. So we still make them eat the thing, but it's like a coiled up spring, essentially. And then we go in public and we shoot pigeons in public.
I can't do that.
And when you shoot it, it's just like, oh, I'm a vegan. You shoot it, and then it just like, and then there's a whole like...
See, terrorism I'm okay with, but like, as soon as we're killing animals...
Killing small animals?
Yeah.
You said that we were going to build our theme park on a pile of bodies.
Did I say animal bodies?
Not animal bodies. No carcasses for us.
That's what I'm saying.
That was just my idea. I feel like
that is a good idea, but like, I feel like we should have different kind of advertising things with these pigeons in like different areas.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are like in a rural area, you should have it so like they are hunting these pigeons kind of thing. And then once they blow them to smithereens, they find their in all their guts. Listen to the coat closet.
So what it comes down to is it's not a pigeon thing, it's an animal thing, because we can just put it in deers.
Yeah, we could just put... We're like Noah's Ark too.
We just feed things to different animals depending on that, like seagulls and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We can just like fucking, I don't know what seagulls do at the
beach. We put the advertisements in turtles' noses. So like when one of those videos go viral, they're like, "What is that in its nose? Is it a straw?"
Just like
they pull it out,
rockets it out.
Yeah, they pull it out, and it's like, "Listen to the coat closet," and everybody's like, "The coat closet." We'd be like, "Yeah, we're causing pollution. Fuck it."
Yeah, but fuck it. Like imagine like a whale, like a beached whale.
Mm-hmm. And you just open it up, and there's just a fucking monitor in there playing a podcast on repeat.
They're like, what the hell is that sound? And you can just hear it underneath. It's like, Jesus Christ is a bull. And you're like,
Jonah, is that you? Jesus Christ was a bottom. Is it bad to call Jesus Christ a bottom? Like, why is this whale talking about... The first whale to ever speak is talking about Jesus Christ being a bottom.
He's been on the earth for like 300 years. I bet he knows.
I bet you he was Jesus Christ's top. Do you think Jesus Christ loved everything? You know what I mean?
You said Jesus Christ not only was a bottom, but also was into bestiality.
So you're telling me... Alright, I'm not saying Jesus Christ was in bestiality, but what I am going to say is Adam and Eve were into bestiality.
You think so?
Or before Eve came around, because like Adam was created. All there were like animals around him.
How long was he?
Maybe that's why God was like, this is kind of fucked. We need to like create...
Yeah, no cap. First of all, yes, I do think that that's what happened. But how long was Adam on earth before Eve came around?
I think it was like... So basically how the story goes down in Genesis is that like Adam was created, God took a rib from Adam like the night that he was created and created Eve from that rib.
Yeah.
And I think it was like the next day kind of thing.
Do you think he like took the rib and Adam was like, what the fuck?
Give me my baby back ribs. Please clap.
No, but you think Adam was just like, what the hell? I just got here.
It's like, you're already taking my rib. But he's like, now I can suck my own dick.
He's like, perfect. But he has to like go at an angle because it's just one.
God was like, hey, Adam, I'm going to take your rib. You can suck your own dick. But a day from now, you could have a woman that you can have intercourse with. So, like, it's a very kind of like, you choose to either suck your dick or have intercourse with a woman.
Do you think that Eve got there and he was like,
he was just like, I kind of like sucking my own dick a little bit better. No
I don't
cap.
have to like listen to myself talk afterwards or anything. Like, I just suck my own dick and I'm done.
It's just like sometimes like a lion will walk by and kind of look at me weird, but like they don't judge me.
They do the same thing if you think
about it. They do. They just kind of... That's a weird thing. Like, why do animals feel the need to lick their ball sacks?
Because they're itchy, bro. They can't scratch it, really. Imagine if you couldn't scratch your balls, but you could lick it, and you had, like, a sandpaper tongue. I'd be licking my balls all day, you know what I mean?
Do you think life would be easier if we had sandpaper tongues?
I don't think it would be easier, per se. I think... I've always wondered this, like, I feel like it grinds away at the teeth. But obviously it doesn't for cats.
That's...
But, like, you know what I mean?
How does a sandpaper tongue grind away at the teeth?
The same way the sandpaper grinds at anything else.
But, like, are you biting your tongue and then... You know what I mean?
Cats know, but, like, you never just, like, your tongue goes across your teeth all the time.
Oh, yeah, that's true. See, I just swallow my tongue.
Yeah, I cut off my tongue years ago, actually.
Yeah.
I cut off my tongue years ago.
Literally everything that you're hearing is just throat sounds with no tongue to enunciate the words.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try that. I was like, I feel like we're kind of like edging on like offensiveness if I do that. So I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah, that is true.
I feel like, do you think we're ever like truly offensive on this?
I think that we try not to be, but I think saying Jesus is a bottom is probably our most controversial thing.
See, but like...
And we've brought it up a lot this episode.
I'm about to get a little bit... I'm about to go big brain mode real quick.
I'm listening.
I feel like attacking... I'm not attacking a religion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of just kind of like joking about a religion kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's fair because... Religion doesn't have a great track record with treating people with kindness. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Literally in any situation.
So I feel like any religion is kind of open game.
That's true.
Except like Buddhism.
Yeah.
Because Buddhism, I feel like, is pretty chill.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
This is about to get real big brain for the expansion. So, we're thinking too metaphysical, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we need to do is get our message into the spirit realm, bro.
So like soul?
Like some Avatar shit. Like some Avatar shit.
Oh,
You see what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay. So we enter the Avatar state.
Who's that dude that was in prison and he meditated so long he could fly?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What the fuck what do you mean, in Korra?
I thought you meant in real life. I was like, okay.
No, in Korra. I forget the dude's name. Zaire? Is that Zaire?
I think so.
Like some Zaire shit. Like we sit and we meditate in the coat closet for so long that we can telepathically send messages to like people that are also meditating.
Uh-huh.
And we could be like, hey, like,
Jesus was a bottom. They're like, what the fuck?
at the coat closet on Twitter.
Tell us if you think Jesus was a bottom or top.
Can you please explain to us the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? Yeah, so
like,
just
yeah.
like, yeah, so we just like telepathically send messages through the spirit realm, and then we learn how to fly when we kill each other, because that's how he gets it in The Legend of Korra.
I like this idea, but first I need to learn how to meditate.
Yeah.
Second,
Every time I try to meditate, I have a song playing in my head, specifically Mac Miller songs.
every time I try to meditate, I just start thinking about like the Wii theme. And that's all I can think about the entire time. Yep, that's exactly what goes on. So like, see, that's like kind of a fault in this plan. Is like we think we're gonna be getting this like message across of like,
but it just has like the Wii theme.
Yeah, it's like why is like the Wii theme entering my metaphysical like realm right now?
Okay, here, let's do a little demonstration. You start the Wii theme.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop.
Father and the Son.
Boop, 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 boop,
Holy Spirit.
boop. Yeah, I don't.
That's it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So then they're like, man, maybe Nintendo is the new religion.
Yeah, it totally backfires. It totally
like
backfires.
a whole new religion's created over like Mario and like
all these Buddhist monks. Like,
Mario is seen as God and then Bowser is seen as like Satan kind of thing.
Damn. Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario.
He's like Moses or something.
Do you think Dr. Mario offers free healthcare?
No way, bro. Dr. Mario's charging up the wazoo.
He does have a lot of pills.
He does.
See, I've never understood Dr. Mario because like with Dr. Mario, he's killing viruses, but like he's also just wasting a shit ton of medicine.
He's the plug, bro.
He's
got what you need.
Do you think like in Congress, like when they talk about like affordable health care or like just like free health care, they're like, this is why we can't do it, and they just show a video of like somebody playing Dr. Mario and they're like, look at how much medicine he's wasting.
Yeah, look at
our tax dollars going to waste with this fucking Italian plumber that has a fake ass doctor's license.
Is Dr. Mario? Are they the same person, or are they separate total people?
So Dr. Mario is Mario after he gets his PhD.
Is that what it is? Is that like truly what it is?
I don't know. I haven't
You haven't brushed up on the.
I haven't brushed up on the lore of like Mario, cause like I feel like if that is the thing, we're missing a whole game where Mario goes to college and has like a mental breakdown.
Yeah, that's what I want, bro.
I want the Mario lore where like Mario's just sick and fucking tired of saving Princess Peach from Bowser all the time, and he's like having a midlife crisis, and he's like, I'm gonna do something with my life and help other people.
I'm gonna go back to school.
I'm going back to school. Fuck it.
Super Mario student.
I think there is one on the like that on like the Atari 1600, but it was like one of those educational games for kids.
I mean, that would make a lot of sense. But I want one where he's like depressed and like you get fucked up during the story.
He's like, there's like one mission where he just does a shit ton of ketamine and goes to class. And he has to like try to focus on everything that's happening.
Yeah.
But he's also kind of like K-holing at the same time. And then during that mission, like this K-hole mission, he's like having flashbacks to like his old life.
And
kind
you
of thing.
play old Mario.
Yeah, you play like World 1-1.
Sheesh, it's kind of tough. You have to play the mission where it's like all the fucking fish are coming up and you have to like run by him. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he just like panics.
Yeah.
But I want it to work like Heavy Rain or like Detroit Become Human, where like you have these options that you can pick, like a Telltale game.
And it all just leads to Dr. Mario.
And then at the end of the game, it just ends with him watching an episode of The Coat Closet.
It's like, oh damn. See, good ideas. The expansion,
bro.
We will find our way in every form of media, one way or another. That should be our goal. Holy shit! This is actually a goal that could work. No, say what you have to.
We need a newspaper ad, and it wouldn't be hard to take out a little ad in the paper. I bet you it costs like $10 to take out an ad in the paper now.
It's like, I think it's like 5 cents per word kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't even need a big ad, bro. We can just say,
listen,
the Coat Closet podcast on Spotify, on RSS, coming to Apple Music, by the way. We're trying to make that happen.
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube too.
Maybe Stitcher in the future. I just have to figure out how to do that.
At the Coat Closet.
Yeah.
And we could do that, and then we need more ridiculous ways to get on other things.
See, I was thinking about this because Virginia's kind of become this kind of like. It's become like a new Georgia. Do you know what I mean? Where like Georgia has a lot of like films and like TV shot there.
Yeah.
And Virginia's kind of becoming like that more recently.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know how like whenever there's kind of like a small mess up in a show, like it goes on Twitter, it goes everywhere kind of thing, where it's like, oh shit, there was a coffee cup in this episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh shit, there's this guy standing in the background with jeans in The Mandalorian.
There's like a water bottle in one of the episodes of something like Game of Thrones.
Yeah. But what we need to do is we need to go to one of these sets in Virginia, and we just need to find somewhere to stand where they won't be able to see us, but the camera will be able to pick us up.
And then we just
have a big ass banner that says "Listen to the Coat Closet" on Spotify, Apple Music.
We just do the thing where it's like listen to the Coat Closet, and then at the bottom it's just like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube,
and it's just like at the Coat Closet.
Here's an expansion idea, bro. I don't know if they're ready for this one. We create individual OnlyFans accounts, and we sell our bodies. But you know how like we'll tag at the Coat Closet on like our booty pics and stuff, and like write it on our dicks. So like we're selling our bodies, but we're also selling an idea.
Yes, exactly. So it's like we take a butthole pic, but the C and then the O is our asshole.
The Coat Closet. Like the O is
our butthole,
and then it's like C, and then it's like Coat Closet.
Yeah, up our crap.
Like our sphincter?
Yeah, not up our sphincter. All right.
Could you imagine just like a 3D picture of our sphincter?
So
stop trying to represent it. Okay, yeah.
C.
Yeah.
O.
Okay,
butthole.
and then like down.
And then down, up the crack.
Okay, yeah.
And it might go into the back a little bit, but like,
who cares?
It gets the idea across. You know what I mean? Some people are into backs, you know?
Let's tattoo the Coat Closet onto our bodies.
That's a good idea, but I don't have money for a tattoo.
The Coat Closet.
Exclamation point.
On my note.
Yeah, it doesn't even like make grammatical sense. It's just an exclamation mark on your nose. It's like, the Coat Closet.
Jesus.
It's like all caps on the chin. It's like COAT exclamation mark over the nose. Closet.
Yeah, I dig it.
Our expansion has come together.
I think we have a lot of good ideas for how to expand. We need to get on the radio as well, and I think that
I don't think we're clean enough for the radio because they have a lot of FCC guidelines, and they're probably going to be like, "Hey, don't say that Jesus Christ is the bottom on the radio."
Well, the thing is, we're not going to be on the radio. We just have to expand our brand on the radio.
Oh, like advertisements on the radio is what you mean.
Here's what I think we should do. I think that, you know how sometimes they'll like call in for listeners and stuff? Mm-hmm. I think that we should do that as often as we can. And just be like, listen to the Coat Closet on Spotify, on YouTube, and then they cut us off. And then we just do that over and over again. And eventually people will be like, The Coke Club.
I just called Delilah one night at work, kind of thing. Like, hey, Delilah, I've been going through a really tough time, but, like, something that's really helped me out recently is I started a podcast with my best friend called The Coke Closet. It's really fun. And she's like, oh, that's really nice. What kind of song would you like to hear? And I'm like, can you please play Money Machine by 100 Gags? And she's like, yeah, sure.
And then, like, as it transitions into the song, she's like, all right, we'll go ahead and check out the
Coke
Closet.
Closet.
You're so clean like a money machine. I think that's a great idea.
You know what I mean? Because, like, I feel like a Delilah, all you have to, like, I just had a stroke there. All you have to get on Delilah is a sappy story. And I feel like I can come up with, like, a sappy enough story to get on Delilah.
Yeah. And then once you get there, plug.
I plug. I'm just like, hey, Delilah, today I had a really rough day. I went to the Olympic board. I pitched them the Viagra sword fighting.
I showed them my dick and they laughed at me.
They laughed at me and they were like, you'll only ever be in the micro penis league. It really hurt a lot. If you want to hear more about this, Delilah, because I know there's not a lot of time on the radio, just check out our Coke Closet video about it. Please and thank you. Signing off.
Could you imagine if, like, you go to the Olympic board and you show them their dick and they laugh at you?
I show them their dick. I just bring a big ass mirror and I'm like, take off your pants.
Not even a mirror, bro. Like high quality actual pictures of their dick. And they're like, how the fuck did you get that?
It's like blackmail at that point. It's like, just throw it on the table and like, so Viagra Olympics.
You guys are gonna be our first contestants.
It's like a fucking, what is it called? It's basically like an inside revolution, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm starting the revolution from the inside by exposing their penises and their boobs.
So now it's kind of terrorism.
But like white collar terrorism.
Yeah. That's just
which occurs every day in America.
Some white collar boys. That's who we are.
Do you think we're white collar?
No. I think that we're whatever the pussy version of white collar is.
We make subs for a living.
Yeah, and we have a shitty podcast. The whole brand is to be shitty.
Yeah.
So
we're brown collar.
Shit brown collar.
So we have white collar, blue collar, brown collar.
Brown collar, yeah.
I like it. Well, we're at 57 minutes.
Yeah. We can cap it off, but we've always gotten past an hour.
That's true.
So I feel like...
Should we apologize to Charles some more? Because I feel like we didn't really, we weren't that sincere.
I feel like we have to save the apology.
We have to?
We don't have to.
You
go ahead, bro.
Okay.
You go ahead.
So first off, Charles, I will once again sincerely apologize for calling you unfunny. But I will also apologize for calling you not a philanthropist or not philanthropist-minded. But what I'm not going to apologize for this podcast is calling Jesus Christ a bottom. And I'm sorry. It's my faith. It's my religion.
I like how you said
I'm not going to
apologize for calling Jesus a bottom. I'm sorry. That's Landon as
a person. Yeah. It's my faith, it's my religion. Jesus Christ is a bottom. And if you disagree with it, I'm sorry. But you can't disrespect me and my religious views, because I feel like I haven't stepped on your toes that much. I just have a different way of reading the Bible.
Your religion is specifically built around Jesus being a bottom.
Yeah.
That's what the whole
religion is Jesus Christ being a bottom, going out to gay dive bars, maybe dressing in drag on a few occasions.
The Bible of the bottom.
Yeah. It's just like Corinthians 11:2.
Chrysanthemums 46.
Chrysanthema 46. Jesus Christ went to a gay bar tonight and found the love of his life.
Aw. I'd like that.
It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. That's what they shouted at Jesus Christ while he was making out with his lover.
Do you think that's why he got crucified? It wasn't because of all the God stuff.
Oh my God.
You see what I'm saying? Have you ever thought about that? They were just homophobic. And they were like...
Jesus Christ was the first gay man. I'm not sorry, Charles.
Do you remember when Jesus Christ created homosexuality?
Yeah, it was my favorite part of the Bible.
That's in season 3, I think.
See, that's what they don't want to tell you is that, like, Judas... like, they always say, like, Judas backstabbed Jesus, but, like, Judas was actually, like, Jesus' gay lover. And then he was, like, going around town telling about this hot-ass bottom that he found. Oh, my God. And they were like, is Jesus gay? And he was like, no. And then they kill him. And they're like, fuck you, Judas. You fucked me over. You killed me. I was just trying to live my gay life.
Well, thank you guys for joining the Code Closet this week. Please feel free to follow us on Twitter. Again, that's going to be at the Code Closet. We're also going to post this on YouTube, I believe. So if you're listening to it right now and you kind of want to see what we look like and how we live and how shitty it is, feel free. We don't have the YouTube created, so I don't know.
It'll be up.
It'll be up. I don't know how you can find it, but it'll be up. DM us on Twitter.
It'll be at, like... the Code Closet on YouTube.
We'll try our best. I mean, maybe somebody has it.
If they do, we'll just challenge them to a Viagra sword fight.
All right. Well, have a great one. Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.